Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rick Phillips for CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports, and we are live from Springfield, Ohio. The Springfield Wildcats taking on the Wilmington Hurricane. Number 4 in Division I basketball are these Hurricane, and they're closing out their regular season. They're currently 20-1. They're trying to go 21-1 to finish this season. Springfield is not going to be any easy pickings. They have a good team. They ran this last game at home against Wayne a few days ago. They ran them to 3 points. So any way you look at it, this is going to take everything that it's going to take from the Wilmington Hurricane in order to be able to win this game tonight. It's not going to be an easy pass. And we've got a good crowd here, a great Wilmington crowd. As always, Wilmington travels so well, but we've got a fantastic Wilmington crowd. We're filled up behind us. There's Wilmington people over in the home side, and of course everybody's ready for a great basketball game tonight. We got a JV score from earlier. The Springfield JV defeated the Wilmington Hurricane 60-23. Quite a blowout. That was earlier here, just before the game that's going to start here as far as the varsity schedule. And we, as always, want to let you know that we're brought to you by Bogart's Southern Barbecue. Marty is probably in the crowd somewhere. I've already seen Troy Deals, our athletic director, a few other notable people here from Wilmington Sports. But anyway, Marty Bogart, he's at 975 South Street in Wilmington, Ohio. Great barbecue. Well, let Marty know that you appreciate him helping us with Hurricane Sports. And just another note, we've got Hurricane boys going into tournament action this coming Saturday, February the 20th. Got to get my months right here. We've done 3 games. This is our 3rd game, so bear with me, folks. But anyway, we've got tournament action, and that game will be at 4:45 from Fairfield High School. The Harrison Wildcats will be taking on the Wilmington Hurricane in the first game of the sectionals there at Fairfield, Ohio. So that's on our website, our schedule, and always look at our event schedule to see what our upcoming games are. This, by the way, is the 3rd of 3 games we've done today. I've got Joe Davis in with me to do our play-by-play. Roger the Dodger's been on our camera all day today, Joe. He looks like he's going to fall asleep.
Yeah, I think Roger may fall asleep. I don't know. He keeps the camera pointed toward the women in the crowd, though. I don't know.
Roger likes the beautiful women in our crowd, and it helps with the broadcast, you know. But anyway, one of the things that we will remind people, because like I said, this is the 3rd of 3 games. The Lady Cane went down to defeat at the hands of Chaminade Julienne this morning. That was a 10:45 start for us, so we were up early. You get up at 7 o'clock, have to get ready, go to Lebanon, and their season has ended as of this morning. They lost by 6 to Chaminade Julienne after beating them in the regular season by 3 points. And then we did a college game. The men of Wilmington, they went down to defeat as well. So we're 0-2 so far today. We don't want this to be an 0-3 situation. The Wilmington men were defeated, and that was in this game at 2:45 with our start. Baldwin Wallace 80, Wilmington 68. So we're 0-2. This is going to be our win, and the best win, obviously, of the evening, Joe.
That's right.
Excuse me. And as far as our schedule right now, tentatively, we've got for this next week 2 games on the 17th, which is Wednesday. Cedarville Indians at East Clinton Astros. Your old alma mater there, Joe. And then the Muskies of Muskegum come in to play the Fightin' Quaker ladies, and that will be also on Wednesday. Both those games are 7:15 pregame, 7:30 starts. So that's what's coming up besides our weekend, and we'll go more into that a little later. But we are ready for some basketball. They're going to be introducing the teams. We're going to be doing the Star Spangled Banner. We've got about 7 minutes and 55 seconds to start this game. You know, Joe, one of the things that people probably, because you've been on the broadcast before, you did Miami Trace football with me there at Trace during the football season. You were at our tip-off when we had 10 or 20 teams in 10 games from Wilmington College. And as far as other sports, obviously you do a lot of refereeing. You are very knowledgeable when it comes to, the calls, the plays. You've brought us up to date on a lot of things like, push from behind or over the back versus, and traveling, being able to slide down the floor as long as you don't turn. So that's been helpful as well. But you're also Wilmington's head bowling
coach, yes.
And you coach both the women and the men, the ladies and the...
When you coach them both. You don't coach one sport.
And so maybe, we'll be able to get to talk a little bit throughout the game, maybe if we get a chance, or maybe a little bit at halftime. We are going to have a halftime interview.
Yes.
Wilmington's going to send someone over to talk some Wilmington basketball. And, of course, everybody's excited. Wilmington, last year, they lost to Moeller by 3 points at the UD Arena in the district final. And this year, we're hoping to maybe take that to the next step. The way the brackets are, Wilmington is a 4th seed, and the number 1 seed coming out of the Cincinnati area is Mason. They also have only 1 loss. And Wilmington, they didn't play Mason this year, but we've seen Mason play. We saw at that tip-off classic. They played Dublin Jerome. It's their only loss of the year. They lost by 2 or 3 points in that game, and it's on our website if you want to take a look at it. But that Dublin Jerome team last year, they were very good, went deep into the tournament, and this year I think they've dropped three games, so they're a fairly good team as well. But Jerome beat Mason for that only loss by 3 points in that tournament, in the tip-off, and that's been the only loss. So in looking at both those teams, I really am looking at Wilmington, and obviously I've seen Wilmington all year. The 2 teams that played with Mason and Jerome, I think that Wilmington can beat either one of those teams very easily. The tournament is a different animal, though.
Yeah, it's a totally different animal.
And anything can happen.
Yeah, I've seen teams with a 12-0 record going in, and everybody go, okay, we'll go over this team, and they come in and play very good basketball. It's not how good you were the first half of the season.
Absolutely.
It's how you are the last 2-3 weeks of the basketball season.
You try to peak towards the end of the season.
If you had a freshman team, he's no longer a freshman when the season's over. Your sophomores are now juniors. You've already played a whole year of basketball, so everybody's up and hopefully better than they were at the start of the year. So a lot of teams, it's like in the March Madness. Are you peaking at the right time with your players?
Oh, absolutely. And just to mention that, we saw that last year in tournament. Because of their number 1 ranking last year, Mason had a bye, and they came out of that bye and lost. I mean, so it doesn't matter what your ranking is or your seeding in the tournament or anything else. On any given day, you can get beat by any team with any record.
Right.
It just depends on whether you're up or down.
Wilmington does not have a bye, and I think in a way that's going to help them. I think they're going to have even if it's a lesser team, getting out and playing basketball, and rather than sitting and waiting, sometimes can help you. That'd be like a practice before you have that next game.
Yeah, and I know these teams, they get tired towards the end of the year, and but if you look at the game last year in the district with Wilmington, where they were upset, or I guess you could say they were upset by Moeller. They just didn't play well in that game. They were down. They lost by 3. They were trailing, by 2 or 3, going up by 2 or 3. He's a big kid, isn't he?
He's big.
But anyway, any way you look at it, they had beaten Moeller at Wilmington by 15 points earlier in the year, and here they end up losing by 3 in the district final. So, as we said, anything can happen on any given day, particularly when you get into the tournament. And as you say, it's playing better towards the end of the season than it is playing at the beginning of the season.
If your records are 20-5. Did you lose those 5 games early in the season, or did you lose them late? Now, if you lost 3 or 4 of those games in the last 2 weeks of the season, maybe that's a sign. But if you lost them early and then you've got them, and then you went undefeated for the next, that could be a sign you've gotten better and you're starting peaking. You put some things together. So.
Right, and Springfield does not have a bad record. Normally, we try to pull up the record, and maybe we'll get that. They play in the G-Walk, and of course, that's the same league with Wayne, the defending state champion, and also Wayne is undefeated, and they're ranked number 1 currently. in the AP poll. Wilmington ranked number 4, but Springfield played them tough their last game when they played them at home. I don't remember what the score was when they were at Wayne, but Wayne has had a couple close games. We had them at the play-by-play in Wilmington, and they beat a very good Massillon-Jackson team. Massillon-Jackson led most of that game, and Wayne pulled it out at the end. So, at this point, I almost prefer at least having a loss during the season, towards the end of the season, rather than having a perfect unblemished, because you go into the tournament and you think, ooh, these guys have never lost yet. And Wilmington, they got their loss, obviously, at the hands of a very good Moeller team this year. They went to Moeller and lost, I think it was 6 or 7 points. Wilmington, once again, back and forth, in that game. And, of course, they played a tough Covcath team, and we covered that game at Covington Catholic and pulled that out by a few points. So Wilmington's played some pretty decent teams this year. They don't have anything as far as, to feel bad about. And Wayne, the GWalk is a good competitive league. Xenia's good this year, which is in the same, league with Springfield. But Wilmington has had a pretty good schedule. Of course, they're undefeated in the SCOL. They won the championship. They cut down the nets the other night for our game. And as far as our video, just to let everybody know, our video of current regular season games will not be posted, and it has been taken down on our site until after the tournament, so we can't be scouted. But all tournament games will be at the end of each tournament game the next day. We will have that video up for 2 weeks, and that is according to Ohio Athletic Association rules. We will keep the video up for each tournament game, and that will be on the site. All other video for all the other teams we've covered this year, basketball, wrestling, SCOL swimming championships that we did, all that's still on our site. Some of the other games like Wayne and Massillon-Jackson and Stivers, and all those games are still on our site. So there's plenty of material for you to see, even though you can't see boys basketball. And we'll have all that restored back to the site after the end of the regular season and the tournament is over.
Well, the key thing with Wilmington losing to Moeller is the fact that they've tasted defeat. Now going into the tournament, if they start getting behind, teams, that's one thing with team that's undefeated. Do they play good from behind? Well, if you've been ahead all year long, this way they've tasted that, they know what to do.
Right? Okay, we're going to have the national anthem now.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Played by the Springfield High School Pep Band under the direction of Miss Christy Thomas.
That rendition, that was good.
That was pretty. I like that. Better than some of those I've heard that last about 15 minutes. But it just starts getting better.
They draw it out.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that one boy for Springfield night, Darius Harper, number 30.
He's huge.
He looks like a linebacker from the Bengals.
Well, he definitely.
Or not a linebacker, a defensive lineman.
Senior forward, number 10, Alex Miller. Sophomore guard, number 32, Dylan Bogart.
Dylan.
Senior guard, number 34,
Cumberland.
Cumberland.
Stewart. Do we have Miller out there?
Yeah.
All right, so starting for the Hurricane, Stewart, Miller, Bogard, Cumberland, and Woolery.
Forward senior, number 3, we call it twin,
They say he's going to Miami University.
Miami University, right. So what do we got? We've got McKay, Arnold, Davis, Johnson, and Darius Harper all starting for the Wildcats of Springfield. Yeah, you're going to have to get around him because you're not going to go over him.
Yeah, you're not going to go over him, that's for sure. And I don't know, it may take you a day and a half to get around him.
Well, that might be. 6'9". I think he's definitely the tallest kid we've gone against this year. This will be a good matchup here. All right, Joe.
And Springfield gets a tip. Michael McKay has got the ball. Over to Arnold, back in. And slowly, Darius Harper puts it up and rolls around and goes in.
Springfield with first blood here.
I think that's probably a lot of their game plan to go into him.
Oh, I imagine so.
And Cumberland takes a shot and bounces off. Springfield got it up, coming up to number 3, Arnold. Number 10 drives. Danny Davis misses. Wilmington's got the rebound. Out to Cumberland, throwing over to Bogard. Top of the key. Back over to Cam. Up, off the rim. Wolford with the rebound. Up and in.
All right, tied up.
Back down this end. Springfield's got it. Number 1 shoots, misses. Gets the pass back to him, tips it up, missed his shot, ran in, jumped, tipped in, it fell in.
Good follow-up.
Michael McKay has another basket. Yes, great follow-up. What they say, follow your shot. Back to the other end. Cumberland's got the ball, loses it. 21.
Oh, nice work.
Nice play. I thought he was going to have a charge there against Bogard. He went around him, put it up and in. Bogard has the ball at half court. Over to Cam Stewart. Over to Cumberland. Jaron hits a 3. He was almost standing out of bounds that far out.
Yep, 6-5. Springfield still in the lead.
21 over to 1. McKay back into Harper. Puts it in. Bogard's got it at the other end. Bogard to Cam Stewart. Over to Woolery. Woolery being guarded by Darius, the 6'9" ball player.
Yeah.
Back over to Cumberland. Back over to Miller. Overshoots, ball goes out, off of Cumberland.
So have we picked up on it? Is Springfield playing a zone or are they playing man-to-man?
I think they're playing man-to-man. I'll have to pick up on that. I've been watching the players individually.
So we know Wilmington always plays man-to-man.
Yeah. A lot of high schools anymore go man-to-man. You see very few zones a lot of times in high schools anymore. Number 10 shoots a long three. That was Danny Davis, shoots a long three, missed. Cumberland has it going to the other end.
Foul.
Do a spin move, but gets fouled on the floor. Ball out of bounds.
I have a feeling that Cumberland is going to get a lot of coverage. And
Yeah.
this team is probably one of the fastest teams that we've played against so far from what it looks like.
I thought they might have their big boy on him, but I think he can't keep up with Cumberland.
I would say so too. What do we got here?
Got a technical. Looks like it may be against Darius Harper.
Well, that's interesting.
Don't know what happened. We were talking, and all of a sudden I saw him like put his hands up like, "What'd I say?" And the referee went over and called a technical. Cam Stewart hits the first of the technical shots. Now shooting the second. And makes them both. So Wilmington gets a technical on their behalf. Cam Stewart makes both shots. Wilmington getting the ball now at half court. Unlike College, who have got the ball underneath the basket.
So it's 8-7. Springfield still in the lead, but Wilmington has the ball.
Yeah, Wilmington has the ball and a chance to take the lead at this time.
Ref's tying his shoe, I think.
Yeah. I always tell the ball players I'm refereeing, if they tie their shoe, I'll give you 2 ties. The third one, I call your mother out of the stands to tie it for you. Get it done. Woolery from a three from the top of the point of the key, off the back of the rim. Springfield gets rebound, throws it away into the bench. Wilmington having the ball thrown, and Miller throwing the ball in from out of bounds for Wilmington. Into Cumberland. Makes a move, drives, puts it up, and
Nice.
Wilmington now takes the lead, 9-8.
First lead for Wilmington of the game.
Cumberland steals the ball on the throw-in. Gets fouled as he goes up for a shot. Looks like Danny Davis fouled him. It looks like Lazarius Tolliver. No, excuse me, wrong number. Braden Underwood coming in for him.
Checking in for Davis.
He's coming in for Danny Davis.
It is number 2, Braden Underwood.
Cumberland got the ball, drives, throws his body into the guy, and he gets the foul called.
You're listening to high school basketball. Boys doing it right here from Springfield, Ohio. CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
That's the one foul you call. You may get sometimes, you may not. He fakes, the guy goes up, he leans into the guy to shoot the
And
shot,
gets the
and gets the foul. A lot of referees will not give you that foul because the defender, if he's going straight up, that could even be considered a charge. Because he's got all the way from the floor to the ceiling, straight up and down. Mansfield coming in the game, giving Woolery a rest.
Wilmington up by 3, 11-8. Another turnover.
Another turnover by Springfield, throwing the ball in, throws it away. Wilmington putting on a good press.
They're saying shades of Wayne here.
So Wilmington has an 11-8 lead with 4:45 on the clock. Throws it in to Cumberland. Going to the top of the key, stops, throws the ball back over to Miller. Down to Bogard. Back over to Cam Stewart, shoots a three, and swings. Wilmington's up 14-8.
Got a timeout.
Calls a time, which I was expecting.
A good timeout. That's the time to take it. You don't want to get too far behind. And remember, Bogard Southern Barbecue, our sponsor for all Hurricane sports. We certainly appreciate them helping us with our broadcasts of Hurricane sports. And a special thanks to the teams that are helping us throughout the tournament action. Wilmington Savings are going to help us bring you the tournament action with the boys. Also, we've got the good people that are over at... sort of spaced it there. We've got Route 73 Homes on State Route 73. Brian helping us with the game, and also Bogarts, of course.
Okay, here comes Springfield now after the timeout, bringing the ball in, throwing the ball to half court.
Got a trap.
To Braden Underwood, he throws it back over to McKay. Back over to Underwood.
Oh, we got some tall trees there.
Yeah. Wilmington gets the rebound down to Cumberland. They drives, loses control of the ball, bounces off. I think, let's see what they say it went off of. I think it went off of him.
I think it's Wildcats'
yes,
ball.
Yes, it's going to be Wildcats' ball. As he went up, it just seemed like the ball slipped through his fingers. Underwood bringing the ball down court, takes a shot. Rebound. Bogard gets the rebound, goes behind his back off his feet, but picks the ball back up. Cam Stewart. Back over to Cumberland, back to Cam on the left side wing, back to Cumberland at the top of the key, to Bogard in the wing, left wing. Bogard makes a move, throws it out to Jeffrey Mansfield, who throws it into Cumberland.
Back to Bogard.
Bogard makes a move, takes it up.
He's fouled.
And a whistle, looks like he got fouled. That's the key. Take the ball to them. Take the ball to
right. Make them foul you.
I think that was one of the downfalls last year when they were playing Moeller. Moeller had a couple guys get 4 fouls. And after they got the 4 fouls, Wilmington quit driving them.
Right. And foul them out.
And they could have fouled those 2 guys out. They would have either fouled them out or they would have let you go by not wanting to foul and let you get a layup.
First one's no good for Bogart. Dylan will shoot his second shot here.
It's off the front of the rim.
It's kind of unusual that he misses twice.
Danny Davis bringing the ball down the floor for Springfield. Throws it over to Jeremiah Ward, who missed. Ooh.
That looked like a charge. No, he travels.
Yeah, I think it was a charge, and the referee gave
him a travel. Yeah, lucky. Very lucky.
I mean, he turned and elbowed Bogard and knocked him down. And then if you notice, he reached down to hit him because he knew he knocked him down. And that when he did that, that's when he pulled his foot and traveled. He knew he knocked him down and literally went to reach Bogard while he still had the ball in his hand to help him up.
No pressure by the Wildcats. Wilmington just bringing the ball in.
Cam Stewart brings it down, throws it over to Bogard in the right wing, throws it down to Jeffrey Mansfield. Down to Cam Stewart, who's dribbling toward the top, stops. Throws it to Bogard, who throws it down to Jeffrey, and it goes through his hands and out of bounds.
Hot pass he couldn't handle. Turnover by the Hurricane.
Danny Davis throwing the ball in. Throws it into Michael McKay, number 1, to overthrows. The intended receiver throws it into Jeffrey, who goes up to the left hand, misses it. Followed by Miller, who goes up off the rim, misses.
2 misses.
All from right underneath the basket. And Springfield turns and throws the ball. I think it was between 2 players, and each one thought it was to the other one and lets it go right out of bounds. Cam Stewart dribbling the ball up just past half court, top of the key. Passes over to the right to Jaron Cumberland. Down to Miller. Bounces it in to Jeffrey Ward, who drives, goes up, misses the shot. Cam bounces it back out to Cumberland. Cumberland shoots and shoots another 3. Wilmington goes up.
That's money in the bank, isn't it?
Money in the bank. Should be 17-8 now.
He's out of control.
He's out of control. That's 20 for the other team. Big boy, Leonard Taylor. Dribbling like a football player.
I know.
Number 22. Jeremiah Ward.
I don't know if this is normal, Joe, but there are not 3-point shooters for Springfield.
Yeah, and they're shooting a lot of three. I think they're afraid to drive in on this. Oh, in the middle. Easy layup. Beautiful pass from Cumberland. And Springfield calls another timeout.
Yeah,
that was 19-8.
They cannot figure this Hurricane team out.
No. I mean, watching this game, without looking at the clock, watching this game, it doesn't seem like there's a big lead.
Right.
It's a tough played game when you're watching the game.
Yeah.
Then you look up at the score and Wilmington's up by 11.
Yeah.
It's just a slowly fought like you said, they're missing the long shots, missing. Wilmington's getting the rebound, not giving them 2 or 3 shots off their offense, getting the rebound, going back down, and Wilmington's working the ball around enough, getting in for a good shot, or Cumberland's making a shot from outside.
What I'm surprised, you got a 6'9" player. At the beginning of the game, they went right to him. They were going to him, and he was dropping it in.
I don't remember.
Why did you stop doing that?
They haven't went into him for
it's been a while.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
The young guys, they dribble in, and then they throw up a shot, miss it. I think they're expecting him to get the rebound for him, you know.
Well, so far in this first quarter, actually, it's been all Hurricane.
Yeah, when I saw him out there and they went to him easily in the first and they had the quick lead.
I thought that's what's going to happen.
I thought it was going to be a tough game. I thought it was going to be a tough game. And all of a sudden they quit going to him.
I figured that was their bread and butter.
They're bringing it up against the press. Drive. Miller is out of position. Tries to block. Gets a foul. And the basket is made. Danny Davis drove. Number 10 made the basket. Banked it off in. And now he's shooting one more shot for the free throw. Miller tried to get down, just couldn't get down in position quick enough.
And one.
Woolery throws it into Bogard, and here we come back down the court, throw it over to Cumberland, left wing. Ames quits, drives, throws it out to Mansfield, who dribbles to the top of the key, gives it back to Cumberland, to Bogard. Over on the left wing, bounces down bottom to Mansfield, who dribbles back up. Left wing all the way up to the top, throws it over to Cumberland. Dribbles back toward the top of the key, over to the right wing to Bogard, to Mansfield. Back to Miller. He's being very patient, looking around, leading up a lot of clock, and throw the ball 10 feet over Cumberland's head.
I was going to say, that is in the stands.
He threw that ball about 3 rows up in the stands.
Must have slipped.
Yeah.
A little perspiration on the ball or something.
Well, then Wilmington give it a good press, and they throw the ball away.
Springfield, you know, you would think, just looking at the team, looking at the makeup of the team, that they would have, you know, they would have good ball control, good dribbling. That they've been pretty messy there in this first quarter play.
They've thrown how many passes? Not even being guarded, like technically, just throwing it away.
Just throwing it away, yeah.
I didn't think that they were pressed to get the ball in, but it wasn't that bad. And of course, the player coming to throw the boy threw the ball to the referee. Then the player had to get around him, couldn't, and the ball went out of bounds. Okay, Bogard's got the ball top of the key. 38 seconds left to go. Looks like Wilmington may be trying to wait down, shoot the last shot. Bogard standing at the top of the key near the over and back line, about 3 feet away, just standing with the ball on his hip.
No one's challenging him.
They are back in the zone now. And they were trying man-to-man early. It didn't work, so they've settled now back into a zone. But with Cam Stewart and Bogard,
yeah, Wilmington can still they'll draw them out, and they'll still shoot.
They can shoot over zone. A lot of teams, if you're a good outside shooter, you love zones. Cumberland shoots from the left wing, off the back of the rim.
Oh, we got a foul?
Yeah. As the player grabbed the ball, Bogard grabbed for it, but he got over the wrist of the arm. Instead of the ball, he got a foul. That's only our second foul of the game.
Right, so obviously it's not a 1-and-1 or a 2-point shot. So
it doesn't put him in foul trouble. So right at this point in time in the game, it's nothing bad.
It's going to have to be a long shot because there's only 1.1 seconds left on that clock.
Yeah, that's when you. Oh, he did travel. They threw a long pass down to their big boy who backed up 2 to 3 steps, didn't call it fat travel. And we'll take it back.
Actually, it went over his head.
It went over his head. I take it back to Cumberland, who backed up 2 to 3 steps, who then, instead of just holding the ball, throws it at him, hits his knee, bounces out of bounds. Luckily, the guy didn't grab it and put it up. Right. I mean, it's only like probably a couple tenths of a second left in time. Just hold it. The clock's going to run out. Why he had to throw it off him, I don't understand.
I don't know. Once again, tonight's game is brought to you by Bogart Southern Barbecue. They're open Monday and Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Wednesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday from 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bogart Southern Barbecue, 975 South Street in Wilmington, Ohio. Their phone number 937-655-8100, bringing you all Hurricane sporting events.
Coming out of the timeout, Wilmington will get the ball starting the second quarter, leading 19-11 over Springfield Wildcats.
And we are getting stats. Our stat guy is here. So anyway, you want to take a look at the stats there, Joe?
I'll look at them. You want me to read them or what?
If you'd like, go ahead and enlighten our audience out there. Does anything stand out?
I'm trying to see where your stats were, the total points.
Well, first of all, Wilmington is shooting 42.9% to 38.5%. It'll be interesting to see if there's any turnovers.
Big difference there. Your sheet, I wasn't used to where things were on there to look around. Wilmington got the ball in. Mansfield's got it, dribbling around, going to the top of the key, throwing over to Bogart, left wing, down to Cam Stewart, who throws it to Mansfield. On the baseline, dribbling around, getting pinned, throws it off Springfield player, and going to have to throw in ball in. Yeah, the percentage really is not that far off, 42 to 38. 38's not high.
Yeah, but Wilmington has shot 3 of 6 3-pointers. Springfield 0 for 3, and that was one of the things that we brought up.
Yeah, that is going to be a key in this game, I think.
And Cumberland leading score of all with 10 points so far.
Right. Mansfield tries a shot. Miller goes up and grabs the rebound away from Darius. Then 6'9", Darius Harper, 6'9". Wilmington still has the rebound, takes it back out, starts it all over again. And Bogart's got it.
Here's another interesting fact. Wilmington has scored 10 points off turnovers. Springfield only 2.
That is another key, yes.
Right.
And there's another, throws it underneath to wide open Miller, puts it up with his left hand for an easy 2 points. 21 to 11. Wilmington back to a double-figure lead. Here comes Springfield down the court. Oh, gonna get a foul on Mansfield, who had a guy pinned, and instead of just keeping the hands up, as he was being told by Marty Bogart, keep your hands up, he tried to go in after the ball and hit the arm as he tried to throw it. And I meant Dylan Bogart, not Marty.
Right, we've done that before. We actually had some points scored by Marty.
And Marty scored this year. All right, good job, Marty.
Yeah, he's got at least 2 points.
Cam Stewart's got the ball on the steal, goes down, throws over to Bogart, who pulls it back out to the top, throw to Cam, almost shot. Goes to Bogart, who looks like he was going to and didn't. Throws it to Mansfield. Throws it inside.
Nice pass.
To Bogart.
Loses
the ball. And here they come up. Danny Davis bringing the ball up the court. Throws it. And then tries another 3. It bounces off the top of the backboard, goes back through for number 1, Michael McKay for Springfield.
That's the way you get a 3-point shot.
Oh,
right?
I tell you. Hits the rim, goes up, hits the top of the backboard, comes down through and goes through the basket. And the backboard is in play on all 4 sides. They're going to call an offensive foul. Is it on Cumberland? Yep, Cumberland pushed off, threw the ball out. There's been a lot of offensive arm out.
I saw that, but I see that a lot in high school basketball.
Darius,
you got them coming down and they're clearing with their arms.
Darius Harper, that's what got me tongue-tied a while ago. Darius Harper pushed Cumberland back about 5 steps when the ball went over his head.
And no call.
And no call. You know, he cleared out, no call. He clears out, there's a call. And to Darius Harper, who is trying to be blocked by Miller, but fouled. Now they're coming back to the big boy underneath.
Right. Well, they may have figured it out. The real question is just how good a free throw shooter is he? Is he like a Shaquille O'Neal?
Shot doesn't look bad. Goes in. Got a nice spin, backward spin on the ball. Nice follow through. Yeah, some of those big boys are so muscular, it's almost like throwing a ping pong ball up at the back.
Exactly. The backboard's going to shatter if he throws it up there.
Another nice shot. Hits the back. Cumberland goes up for the rebound. Starts the pass, but keeps it, brings it down the floor to Cam Stewart, who throws over to Dylan Bogart. And if I say Marty anymore tonight, I apologize.
6-point lead, 21-15.
Cam to Mansfield. Mansfield to Bogard. Bounces to Willery. Back to Marty. Or back to, I'm going to do that all right now. Back to Dylan. Back to Cumberland. Back to Cam. Cam drives. Goes in.
Oh, foul, too.
And I think they got a foul on the big boy, Darius. I keep wanting to say Darius Rucker. Darius Harper.
Right, yeah. And you know, it used to be for Miami. There was a Harper, if I recall, that played for Miami. That was
yeah,
quite
there
good.
was a Harry. He was very good.
So,
but I'm thinking of the name Darius. I'm thinking of the football player for the Bengals, Darius Rucker. Or ex-player. And Cam misses the first free throw.
Rolls around and does not go in. To the delight of the crowd behind him.
Shoots and makes the second one. Yeah, Wilmington only puts one boy on the free throw line as he goes back to coach the rest during that free throw, like using it as a timeout, and showing he has faith in the shooter to make that free throw.
Exactly.
Pass inside to Darius Harper, and Willery tried to go over his back, the block. It didn't hit him in the back, but his reached over him and smacked him in the arm as he was trying to block the shot.
I have a feeling we're going to see this big guy at the line a lot.
Yeah, they're starting to go into him more here in this second quarter. And again, he makes another free throw. He's got a nice shot, so if that was a question mark, that question mark is over, I think. Can he shoot free throws? Just like he can be an outside shooter as well as an inside shooter.
Right.
And may have been one of those boys that in the junior high could have been a forward and just blossomed to this big guy, and now he's playing the inside position.
Well, it looks like Miami's got a good one.
Yeah. Wilmington has the ball, passing it around on the outside. Dylan Bogard has it, throwing over to Cam Stewart. Back out to Cumberland, who starts to shoot, doesn't. Back over to Mansfield. Looking around, holding it, dribbles, passes to Cam Stewart. Cam dribbles in, passes out to Cumberland. Shoots in and out from the outside, and the ball is knocked out of Darius Harper's hands. Are they going to call a foul? They are. 1-1. I think that was on Mansfield, I think.
Yeah, Wilmington is...
foul on Mansfield.
Yeah, there's 6 fouls for Springfield and 7 for Wilmington, so it will be 1-1.
Yeah, and the calls have been down the middle, I think.
22-17. Springfield's trying to claw their way back into this game.
And he missed his first free throw, Darius Harper did. Wilmington gets the rebound, brought down by Cumberland, stops, throws it down to Mansfield, who dribbles in, passes it back out to Bogard, to Cumberland.
Reset.
Passes it in to Bogard on the right wing. Dribble around, dribbles in, throws it out to Mansfield. Back into Willery, who shoots. The ball was partially tipped. I think the ball's Wilmington. It should be Wilmington's ball. I think Springfield just knocked it, couldn't grab the handle. I think it lost it off his fingertips out of bounds.
Still trying to figure out Harper and how they're going to get around him.
Yeah. Cam Stewart throwing the ball in, being guarded by a 6'9" Harper. Throws it out to Bogard. Throws it over to Mansfield, over to Cumberland, left wing. Throws it into Dylan, who shoots up off the back of the rim. And here they come down. Danny Davis has the ball on the left side, coming down. Ball must have been tipped by Mansfield. They didn't call over him back. I think Springfield wanted a foul. Throws it off to 20. Shoots up a 3 and misses it.
Other than that lucky bounce, they still have not hit a 3 yet,
no.
Joe.
And that one wasn't a good shot either. Ooh. Cumberland almost out of bounds, turns and throws off Springfield's legs. Number 20, Leonard Taylor, and it almost stayed in bounds, but finally trickled out of bounds. Wilmington gets the ball, throwing it in from the left side of the baseline. Throws it out to Cumberland, left wing. Throws it down to Cam Stewart. Bounces to Bogard, who drives the baseline, and throws it right to Danny Davis of the other team, who's bringing the ball down the floor. Cam's got great defense. He tries to shoot it, misses, throws it out to Cumberland. He's going down wide open.
Oh, foul.
Looked like he was going up for a dunk and got fouled on the arm because he was still 6 inches below the rim, so I think the guy literally just grabbed him so he couldn't dunk it.
He'll be shooting 2.
Wilmington 22-17 have a 5-point lead with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left to go to halftime.
And that first one is good. Second shot, also good. Morrison for Mansfield. Springfield bringing the ball down, giving it to the big guy. Harper's tied up.
Jump ball's called.
So it is still Springfield's ball because of the jump ball. They'll bring it in under the basket.
Wilmington's playing man-to-man. A lot of them go to zone in underneath, but they stayed in their man-to-man.
I have rarely seen them play a zone. Oh, we got a foul.
Got a charge. Bogard playing defense.
You know, Dylan is always on the floor as much as he's standing up. He takes a lot of abuse, but that kid is...
And he got hit by the 6'9", I would say 320 pounds.
Yeah, he is a tough
I'm sure
player.
He's over... If he's 6'9", I'm sure he's over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Pass to Cam, throws it in. The new boy just went in. I didn't see him come in for Wilmington. Nick Morris, who loses the ball, throws it, and is he over and back? No, they didn't call it. Throws it to Danny Davies underneath, blocked by Cumberland.
Big man picks the ball up, puts it in.
Darius Taylor picks it up and is fouled. That's who he's fouled by.
Cumberland?
Yep. Has to be Cumberland, I think, as I saw 3. It's either, I don't know, one of the guys with 3. That's the only number I saw was 3. So I called it on Stewart. That's why I only saw the number 3. Looking for 34.
Short.
And it's off the rim. Wilmington goes up. Willery goes up and is fouled by Brandon Underwood. As most fans would say, over the back. Which there's no such thing. He was pushed from behind as he went up for the rebound.
All right, so what we have now is that Springfield has 9 fouls and Wilmington has 8. So one more foul and we'll be in the double bonus.
And Willery shooting, leading 24-19. Willery shooting 1-1 from the foul line. Nice shot. Goes right in. Willery has a nice shot too.
And he's really come alive.
For a big, tall boy, he can, again, shoot the 3 outside. He can shoot inside.
Very versatile.
Yes, very good ball. Very athletic. Much like his dad when his dad was younger. Yeah, his dad was very athletic.
His dad would probably say he still is.
Yeah. I think his dad understands and says he was.
So he made both his shots.
He made both. Wilmington's back to a 7-point lead. Here comes Springfield, throws underneath.
Oh, he was wide open.
He missed it. And he knocks it out of bounds. Cumberland fights for it.
And it looked like Wilmington knocked it out, though.
I thought Wilmington knocked it out, but he's giving it to Wilmington. So I'm not.
We're not arguing, right?
We don't argue that.
Yeah, we will not argue that point. What about you, Roger? You're not going to argue it, right?
Throws it into Bogard, who's pinned up.
Got some pressure. Got some trapping.
And it gets out to Cam. Cam throws it down to Cumberland, who drives, makes the basket. Nope. Want to call it for a charge. Oh, my God.
He put his shoulder down.
He put his shoulder. The guy did not have a good position. I thought he'd get the call that time, but he has the habit of leaning in with that shoulder to get the foul, and he got the foul. The referee waited. When he hit him, player goes down. He goes on up, puts the ball through the hoop. The referee doesn't call a foul till the ball hits the floor, and then waves it off and calls the charge.
Right.
It's going to be a charge. Wave it off immediately. There's no reason to wait for it to see if it goes in or not. I mean, that's on a regular foul. And Wilmington steals the ball as they come back down. Cumberland's got it, dribbling the other way. Goes up.
Nice.
It in.
Oh, super nice.
Thought he was going to lose the ball for a second. He kept control and put it up for a nice little touch off the glass. Springfield moving the ball out top of the key, back and forth. Danny Davis has the ball right now. Throws over to Underwood. Over to Taylor, who shoots another three and misses, and we got a foul on
Dylan picking himself up again.
Jeremy Ward. Dylan was boxing him out, and Ward didn't like it, pushed him down, and we get a foul.
Spark plug on the floor.
Now the referee's over explaining something to...
So what are they going to do? They're going to call the foul on Bogart?
Yes. Now they switch and call a foul on Bogart, and the referee was explaining to Wilmington's head coach why Bogart got knocked down, but the foul was called on him.
Well, that'll be interesting. We can bring that up at halftime and see if we know what Noska was told.
I didn't get a good view of the play, so I can't really mark other than I saw Bogart go down because I was watching up the key.
Well, there was a log jam under there.
Jeremiah Ward makes the first of his 1-1. They score 20-28. Wilmington up 8 with a minute 20 to go till halftime. He's going up for the second. And Willery gets the rebound, throws it out to Bogard, bringing the ball down the floor. And he's standing. Maybe
probably trying to get him a little rest.
I thought I saw Novska giving the 1 signal, like maybe we'll take the whole minute to go down to 1 second.
Well, if Springfield isn't going to
back
challenge
in the zone and they're not challenging, I think Novska gave him the 1 finger saying, just wait, we're going to go for 1. Springfield's not going to make them move the ball, which if I was underneath, I'm wanting to make it.
I would think you'd at least come out and try to challenge him.
Yeah,
put something in motion.
You want the ball back in this half. Now they're coming out. He's being guarded. Goes over to Cumberland at the top of the key.
Looks like a man-to-man now.
Now they are back. Now they wouldn't move out because they were standing there. They had to come out in the man-to-man or let the clock tick.
So 20-some seconds.
Now Cumberland dribble the ball down. 23, 21, 20, 19.
This is where your big man 18. Says, I'm taking this shot.
Cumberland
He's getting ready.
Down.
We can tell.
Referees that don't have a 5-second count on, so he's standing there, throws it over to Bogard, who picks it, throws it back to Cumberland, who drives the bucket, throws it back out to Cam Stewart for a 3 off the rim.
That's it.
And Springfield throws it away, and the clock goes out. And Wilmington has a 28-20 lead at halftime.
One of the lower scoring games that Wilmington has been involved in. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. We're going to have a halftime interview over here, and then I'll give up my headphones. You're going to come on.
All right. We got one of the assistant coaches coming in for Wilmington. What's your name?
Nick Moles.
Nick Moles come in and talk to us as they go into halftime. Nick, scouted Springfield before you guys came.
What's that?
Did you scout? Did you know what to look for from Springfield?
Yeah, we scouted them. We had a couple game tapes.
Now we're seeing a lot of 3-point shooting from them. Were they showing 3 points the games you looked at them on?
Yeah, they got a lot of shooters out there.
They're not hitting their threes right now, so that could be dangerous in the second half. If all of a sudden they get hot.
Right.
We noticed the first part of the game they went into Darius Taylor, then they went away from it. Now they seem to be going back into him a little more. Did you guys notice that, or what?
Yeah, our pressure was getting to him early, and then as the game went on, they've gotten some more possessions in the half court, and they've been able to get the ball to him in the half court.
Okay.
So
how are you as a coaching staff looking at this first half? Are you happy with it, or do you think now we should have a bigger lead? How are you looking?
We just need to keep the pressure up, take care of the basketball, and make sure we're getting great shots offensively.
And it looked like for a while you guys were doing a very good job moving the ball around top of the key, moving around, looking for the shot, getting the right shot at the right time.
Right, yeah, we just need to keep being patient, attack the rim, quick settling for 3-point jump shots.
Right. Are you guys going to make any changes, do you think, going into halftime, or just wait and see what Springfield does to adjust to what they're going to do?
We just need to keep being aggressive, stay out of foul trouble. We got 3 guys with 2 fouls right now, so we need to make sure we're guarding without fouling, playing smart basketball.
We can get through the third quarter without them picking up that third. That goes in the fourth quarter with a little more space there. Yeah, would help out a lot.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by and talk to us, and we wish you good luck the rest of the way here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you. Who are you playing? You're playing Harrison the first game of the tournament.
Yep, we got Harrison first round of the tournament.
What is their record?
I'm not sure what the record is yet. We've been focused on this game here, just taking it one game at a time.
You haven't looked ahead to Harrison too much to look at him?
Not too much. So.
But, and then if you beat Harrison, do you know who your second game is against?
It would be against Princeton.
That's why I thought it was Princeton. And you don't want to look too far ahead in the tournament. You just want to take one game at a time.
One game at a time.
You guys like your bracket, like where it's set up, and who you play and who you could play going down?
Yeah, we like our setup.
You like the fact that you're playing
an opportunity to win some games and make a little run.
You guys like the fact that you didn't have a bye and you play a game and then to get into the tournament, or you were sort of wishing you had a bye there at the beginning?
No, we didn't want to take a bye. We wanted to make sure we kept our momentum.
That's what I was talking to some people before here, and that's what I said. Even if you had a shot at a bye, you could turn it down and get that first game playing. I think that'd help. I'll let you go.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
So we're going to break for halftime here. Wilmington got 6:50 minutes left in the halftime. Wilmington leading 28-20, and we'll let you listen to something or wait till we get back here. We'll give you a little break. Wilmington leading 28-20 during halftime, waiting for the teams to come back out. Go through some of these halftime stats for us. He mentioned some players in foul trouble. It looks like Cam Stewart has 2, Alex Miller has 2, Dylan Bogart has 2, Darren Cumberland has 2, Chris Laurie only has 1, Jeffrey Mansfield has, I think it said 1 there. Yeah, 1, and so we had Wilmington had 10 personal fouls in the first half. And the other team had 9. So 9 and 10 right down the wire. Wilmington is now shooting free throws, shooting 75% from the free throw line. The other team is shooting 55.6 from the free throw line. Wilmington is shooting 33% from the three-point line. The other team is Springfield is shooting 16.7% from the free throw line. Wilmington is down to 36.4 from the field, while Springfield is shooting 35 from the field. For the scoring for Wilmington, Cameron Stewart has 6, Alex Miller has 4, Dylan has not scored yet, Cumberland has 14 at half, and to finish it off, Chris Woolery has 4. For the Wildcats from Springfield, Michael McKay has 5, Danny Davis, no relation to me, by the way, if anybody's wondering.
Sure.
Number 3, it could be, who knows. Antoine Johnson has 2. Their big scorer is Darius Harper with 9, and Jeremiah Ward made 1 free throw. That gives them 20, gives us 28.
So once again, how are we doing with their three-point shooting? 1 for 6.
1 for 6, 16%.
So they
33% average for three-point shooting.
Well, and I think the key factor when you look at this is the fact that so their three-point shooting isn't that great. Wilmington obviously plays a man-to-man, so even going under, they're going to be contested. The thing that sets them apart is they've got a 6'9", 300-plus player in Darius Harper, who obviously is someone that's very difficult to get around. There's Marty Bogart.
Hey, I got you on earlier tonight. I'm doing good, Marty.
You almost scored 2 more points a couple times tonight. Yeah.
Instead of saying Dylan, I went, and Marty shoots his shot.
How's it going? How's it going?
Well, good.
Marty Bogart stopped by to say hi.
Oh, yeah, this is the best way to do that. You know, they took...
We're down here by the band from Springfield that you probably can hear over there. While you were gone, I was talking to Coach. He said they scout in Springfield, and they do shoot a lot. They're good outside shooting. They've got some shooters.
They're not here tonight.
And I said that could be scary because sometimes if all of a sudden it's the second half and they start hitting those threes that they've been missing, that could make a big difference.
Right, three-point shooting a lot of times for a lot of teams is streaky.
It's streaky. And that can make you dangerous. If you can hit the threes, then with the big boy underneath, because then you got to come out to guard the threes, and that makes him more open. Right now, with them not hitting, Wilmington's been able to really cover him up underneath a little bit, and that's why they haven't been able to go to him. Wilmington's really putting the pressure on. And with Wilmington's pressure defense, I think that's one reason their threes, they're pushing their three. They're hurrying their three.
Exactly.
Wilmington's got a good press defense, so if they're playing another team not quite as pressing, they can come down, get set up, take a nice, easy shot for a three and make it. Wilmington's pressure. There's always somebody on him. If the guy gets over for a second, he hurries that shot, worried somebody's going to come in and get on him defensively, and then he's not shooting his normal shot.
So did we ever find out what that little thing was with Bogart and why Bogart ended up with the foul?
No, I forgot to ask him. You left, and I forgot to ask him that. Evidently, I'm just going to guess, seeing the situation of what happened, that Bogart probably grabbed him or reached around him, trying to box him, probably grabbed him, but then the guy going around him, then he went down. So
it's possible that one ref did not see it and the other ref did see it, so they adjusted the call.
And probably when he called it, he may have called it against Bogart right there. He may have just went up with a foul. Everybody assuming Bogart's on the ground, the foul's against the other team. Wilmington was clapping, but then when he went to the table,
had to clarify.
Then he said, no, it's against Wilmington.
Right.
And everybody went, ooh.
Well, on our upcoming schedule, and this is tentative, we have boys high school basketball. The Cedarville Indians will be playing East Clinton at Lee's Creek for a makeup game this coming Wednesday. And then we've also got men's college basketball, the Muskegon Muskies against the Wilmington Fighting Quakers. Now, if we have to choose between those games and we can't end up doing a simulcast, we will be carrying the Wilmington College game. But we are going to try to do both games. We just have to make sure we got crews in place. Then this coming Saturday, we have two games, and we will be broadcasting both of them. Women's college basketball, the Mount Union Purple Raiders at Wilmington Fighting Quakers. That is a 2:45 pregame with a 3 o'clock tip-off. And we'll also have another crew for tournament basketball, and that will be the first game of the tournament at Fairfield High School. That's between the Harrison Wildcats and the Wilmington Hurricane.
Here, Wilmington's got the ball, start the second half. Bogart over to Cam Stewart, over to Cumberland, into Miller, into Bogart. I knew it was Bogart. I couldn't see him, but he's the only one I couldn't see. So Bogart over to Cam Stewart. Into Cumberland, turns around, puts it up. No good.
Hard.
Miller jumped too soon over his head, and here comes Springfield down the court with Michael McKay. And there's a foul out on top.
Before the shot. Can't possibly be a continuation foul. Yeah.
Cam Stewart, his third.
Yeah, we don't want to lose Cam.
No. How long will he leave Cam in? Don't want him to get 4 here in the third period, but right now he has nobody coming in for Cam Stewart. Springfield has ball driving around the top of the key. Leonard Taylor throws over to Danny Davis, back to Taylor. Into McKay, who shoots a 3, and there he hits.
There's
so now,
three.
there's what we're saying. If they come out hitting those threes in the second half, to make that a different game. Cumberland has the ball, throws over to Cam Stewart, down the right to Miller, down to the right baseline to Bogart, dribbles back up toward the top. And they are in a zone right now, Springfield is. Wilmington just dribbling around the zone. Bogart to Cam. Cam bounces in to Woolery, who makes a nice, easy bucket underneath. That was a great look.
Now, Darius was on the other side of that zone, so they just got to the other side and avoided the tree.
Yeah. Throws it into, I think that's Taylor.
Taylor's a big guy, too.
He is a big guy.
Fires another three.
Another three, so they get their first 2 threes in the second half. Yeah, Taylor's 6'6". And probably a good 280.
I don't remember him playing that many minutes the first half. Gonna stay with Wilmington.
Yeah, it was a good call. The underneath official just saw it go out, couldn't tell who it went off of, and the out official told him it was tipped by Springfield. Throws it out to Cumberland, into Miller, who starts to go up. Into Cumberland, drives, goes back out to Bogard, over to Miller, over to Cumberland, down the right side to Cam Stewart, into Miller, bounces it in. Bogard out to Cumberland, who takes a shot from the corner, off the rebound. Good. Bogard goes up high. He almost gets the rebound. Springfield comes down. Woolery chasing.
That was a nice fast break.
Danny Davis goes up with a nice layup. 28-30. They're back within 2. The threes have really changed. Then the bad pass by Woolery. The big stretch arms of Leonard Taylor, the 6'6" guy, takes that ball.
Springfield looks motivated.
Danny Davis back there. Yeah, they're coming out hot now. They've got the lead. Not the lead. Traveled, yes.
Big time travel.
He made a move that sent Cam to the floor, but he traveled making that move. So
right. Yeah, the shoes are still back there.
That's the one they do in the Y, and I didn't do that. But here with referees, you can't get by. Bogard dribbling around, throws the top of the key to Cumberland, down to Mansfield, down the baseline to Cam Stewart, down to on the base. He dribbled out, down the baseline to Bogard, who dribbles out, throws over to Cumberland, right side, throws over 3 and swish. Brings it back up by 5. Comes Taylor, a little push off Mansfield, throws him back about 7 feet, but no call.
Missed everything.
Gets shot, went way over. Cumberland comes down, does a bounce pass. Oh, and stolen.
Tried to thread the needle.
He almost did. And
denied.
Michael McKay tried to go up against Cumberland, and Cumberland said no, not here today.
Back to Wilmington.
Wilmington gets the rebound as the ball ricochets off of McKay. And here comes Stewart down to Cumberland. Over to Mansfield, to the other side, down to Bogard. Bogard dribbling up toward top, goes back down to Cam, who inside to Cumberland, who drives. No foul called. Cumberland gets his own rebound, goes back up, and fouled, and makes the bucket.
Well, if he didn't get the foul call the first time, he gets it the second time. He gets a little irritated when he doesn't get the call. So we're going to go to the line for the and 1.
And Woolery going to be coming in for Wilmington.
Harper gets the foul.
Makes the basket, makes it an old-fashioned 3-point play.
36-28.
By the way, I'll take a pizza when you guys come back from the concession stand.
I guess they are ignoring you, Joe.
They did. I don't understand it. We're right here where everybody's going back and forth in front of us from the concession stand.
4 minutes left in this third quarter of play. Springfield bringing the ball in.
Drives the middle, blocked by Cumberland. Antoine Johnson thought he's not too tall, 6'2", compared to those other guys. Drives the lane, thinking I'll make it, and Cumberland says not today. They're throwing the ball in from underneath. Not throwed it in yet. Throws it in the baseline to Danny Davis. Dribbles around. He keeps dribbling, drives toward the bucket. And this time they're going to call a foul on Mansfield, I believe. Or is it Cam? I'm not sure. Cumberland.
So is that how many fouls for Cumberland? 3.
That's Cumberland's third foul. And Cam wasn't in the game. I saw 3 go. It was 34. And Woolery going out. Cam Stewart coming back in. Yeah, early in the season when I saw Wilmington, they played the entire bench and just kept running guys in and out. And tonight they've been basically staying with about 5-6 guys.
Well, they know Springfield is a good team, so they're trying to make sure and ensure that they're going to stay in this game with them.
Into Mansfield underneath, goes up, goes in, and basket goes in.
Nice touch.
Soft.
A little bit of pressure by Wilmington.
Leonard Taylor, their big 6'6" guy, dribbling the ball up the floor, throws it on down the floor.
Oh.
Miller went up, thinking he's going to get a charge. The guy goes around him, puts it in. 31-38. Wilmington still has a 7-point lead.
Trading baskets here.
Well, the one thing, when they came out and got the ball down closer, at least Wilmington's put it back up to a 7 and, keeping it there. If they can keep that 7 and maybe stretch it back out, that's what Wilmington wants to do. Nice three-point from Cam, goes off the back of the rim. Full court pass down to Danny Davis, who goes in for just a wide-open layup.
Caught Wilmington asleep there.
Yeah, they were asleep. They were all rushing in for the rebound, and nobody back for defense.
Usually that's what Wilmington does to other teams.
Throws it into Cam, who tries to dribble through the middle of that zone, loses the ball. Another full court pass down to number 1. Goes up. They've gotten 3 or 4 shots underneath, and guy goes down. But I think they're going to call a foul against Wilmington.
They're walking this way.
Foul's on Miller. Wilmington.
So we're going to be in the 1-on-1. Big guy at the line.
Shooting 2. We've only got 3 fouls called against us, so we've got 4 more for a 1-on-1.
So it was in the act of shooting.
He was in the act of shooting.
Two shots.
They kept dribbling, going up. Now, if he's getting cold from the free throw line, earlier he was hot. He missed his last couple free throws.
He's tired. I mean, that is a lot of momentum that running back and up and down this court, and Wilmington is not slowing down.
No, that's why Wilmington usually uses a big bench to keep their guys fresh.
Right.
But late in the season, they shouldn't be. Wilmington, I think, as much as they've done it all year, probably is not getting as tired as like some of the other teams would. It's not doing it.
Second one's good. Yeah, Wilmington is a well-conditioned team. There's no question about it. That's why they run people out in the fourth quarter.
They're taking him out to give him a break now, I think. Darius Taylor, after he made the second free throw, took him out of the game. Wilmington's up by 4. Throws it into Mansfield, who goes up and gets fouled. It was a Woolery to Mansfield. Mansfield goes up and is fouled, and the ball trickles off the side of the rim. Mansfield swooshes the first one. Here comes Woolery in. He was coming in when the referee was bouncing it. Woolery goes back out.
What are they doing here?
He's going to explain he's not calling. Woolery was in, the referee bounced the ball. Woolery wasn't in his lane spot. That's a violation technically, but what the outside referee is, Woolery was already making his way in when the referee underneath bounced it. In other words, give the player time. Once
so it wasn't a violation?
No violation. This referee said no, he was already on his way in. They let him come in, and then it's in that time Cumberland's came in too, which is a good call by the referee. Yeah, once he broke the plane walking to that position, and you still got the ball in your hand, you let the player get to the position. And you don't bounce it to the shooter at that time and go, oh, we got a violation.
Right.
That's like a setup. You wouldn't do that.
More pressure from Wilmington.
Springfield, long 3 tried by Danny Davis, and it comes up short. Here comes Bogard dribbling fast down the court.
Oh, that was a wild one.
Wild one, and he thought he had the guy beat, but a guy from behind him came up taller and banked the shot.
Oh, good putback.
Blocked the shot, and they go back down and score a 2-point. And
almost tipped.
Wilmington comes back, going to Cumberland to Bogard. And Bogard throws a bad pass, but it gets backed out to him.
3.
Here comes Cumberland from outside for a 3.
There you go. Police officer almost got his head taken off by one of our cheerleaders. She was up with one of these big split in the air things. 43-36.
And again, with all that coming back, Wilmington's still back to a 7-point lead again. If they can maintain that.
Well, I know that the fans get a little nervous when it gets too close. We've been through this too many times.
Springfield with an outside shot miss. Bogard, nice box out with rebound. Bring the ball down the court. Throws it to Cumberland for the corner. Almost went up for the shot immediately. Out to Bogard. He shoots it.
There we go.
Dylan back to 10.
Dylan Bogard with the three-point shot. 46-36.
I know when I played, when I looked up and our team had a 9-point lead, I felt comfortable. If we got underneath 9, I was like, okay, we got to get to, a little nervous. We don't want to throw the ball away. We don't do anything stupid as a player. No.
Springfield going for the last shot, it looks like.
Yep, they got 35. They're moving around for the last shot. Let them. If you got a 10-point lead, now Danny Davis takes a shot from outside 3, hits it. Get back to a 7. 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bogard's got the ball top of the key, dribbling slow, throws it over to Cam.
I'm sure Wilmington.
They're set back in their zone. Wilmington's letting it tick down. 13, 12, 11. As the ball keeps going down now, Wilmington's making a move toward the bucket. Bogard moves in, loses the ball. Springfield picks it up, going down 2-3. 2-3, went the other way, 2-1. And the ball gets kicked, knocked out of bounds, and the clock runs out.
46-39 at the end of the third quarter.
Wilmington still has that 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Basically, they're okay foul trouble, except for Cumberland has that third foul he picked up.
Right. Well, it's hard to believe that Jaron would get 2 more fouls in this next quarter. Obviously, what it's going to come down to is how close it gets, because obviously when the score tightens up, you're more inclined to be more open to get those fouls. And Cumberland, he likes to make sure he takes things over when we need it. Thank you. All right, the third period stats. Of course, it's 46-39. Leading scorer overall, Jaron Cumberland, 23 points. The leading scorer, there's a tie, Michael McKay and Danny Davis. Danny Davis is a talented player. And Wilmington shooting 36.4%. The Wildcats shooting 35%. Wilmington still shooting 33% as far as their three-point plays, and 16% as far as they still have them 1 for 6. They've hit a few more. Oh, here it is. No, they just don't have it.
No, they don't. They didn't put it on there.
Yeah.
All right, they get the ball coming out into the fourth quarter. Throw it into their backcourt, being tightly guarded by Bogard. Wilmington puts the pressure on at all times. He throws it into the big guy, Darius, underneath. Tries to go up over 2 guys and gets a foul call. That's who he's going to call this on.
I was going to say, I've never seen
that's going to be on Bogard. That's his, not Bogard, that's on... Jeff Mansfield, excuse me. I was thinking 34, it was 43 Mansfield.
This will be 2 shots.
And he makes the first one, Darius Taylor, the big 6'9", and I'm going to say 300 plus.
He doesn't have a bad foul shot.
No, he's got a nice touch. That's why I say I think he might have been a little thinner, as he was younger, and got into probably weightlifting and stuff as he got older, and built the weight up.
Makes the second one. 5-point lead, 46-41. Hurricane bring the ball up.
Wilmington taking their time, throwing around the outside, looking for the shot, which is what the coach said at halftime. They take the time to look around to get the right shot. Don't just come down and shoot a quick shot. Don't want to come up and just shoot a quick 3 for the heck of it. Use a lot of clock. If they're in a zone, you got to bleed. You can bleed a lot of time. It gives them less time to come back on you.
Yeah, if they're not challenging you, you don't have to run the clock, especially when you're ahead.
You just take it, throw it from one side to the other, around player to player at this point in time. Mansfield right now has it dribbling toward the top of the key, throws it over to Bogard. Stands and just looks around, no clock on, no count on him. Cam Stewart has it down to Mansfield. Back to Bogard, dribbling around, nope, he drives the lane, goes to Mansfield, drives Cam out to Cumberland, who shoots and makes it.
Was that a 2 or a 3-point?
That's a 3.
So
and the referee from this side of the court calls a foul on the other side of the court, the center position.
So that's going to be a 3-point shot with an additional.
Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here?
Oh, they called off the basket?
Off the shot?
How in the world can
Let's
you?
see what's going here. Are they calling the shot and then calling the? They gave the basket. They're saying shot went up and then the guy got pushed. That's why this guy called it. The other guy's got the shot. This guy's watching down.
So the shot is good, but Wilmington takes the ball out because of the foul on this side.
There's a foul after the shot.
All right. So they're.
I was wondering why that wrist referee called a foul on the shot. He didn't. He called it on a push for a guy getting position. So Wilmington makes a bucket and gets the ball back. Again, taking that clock away as they work it around. They don't have to be in any hurry to score. They've got an 8-point lead. 6:20 to go in the game. Top of the key. Passing it from player to player.
Very patient.
Very patient. Bogart has it now, going back out to Cam.
Little by little, you can see the Wildcats being drawn out of their zone.
Right, and that's when you get them out of position, and that's when that one. This is a while ago when I saw Warner. He was really working to get open underneath, and they were doing this out top, and then all of a sudden, boom, the pass went into him, and he had an easy layup. Oh, they almost threw it away.
Yeah.
Mansfield got a little lazy with these passes to Cumberland. Danny Davis was just sitting back like a cat waiting to pounce.
He would have been down the floor.
Yes, and if he'd have caught that and he nicked it, but it went out of bounds.
We're very fortunate because Wilmington ends up on this end of the floor. We're sort of on the one corner of the floor.
And that's the downside of doing this kind of thing. Is you keep running back and forth, passing, and then you get yourself into just that pass.
A rhythm.
Rhythm. And then if they come out on defense, like you said, they kept inching out. They weren't there earlier. Now they are. You can't just. Ooh, Jeffrey Mansfield, again dribbling. He's not known for great dribbling, probably, being a taller guy going underneath, and he almost got it stolen. Mansfield has it, dribbles back out to the top of the key, back out to Cam, down to Cumberland.
Wilmington taking some time.
Shoots the three.
Oh, and it's beautiful.
Oh, my God. He could have had to drive.
This has got to kill the Wildcats because they waste all that time.
Every time they come up, it goes right back. That can just break the team's back.
Oh, NBA.
Long three. Oh, yeah, NBA three, which he misses.
They're getting desperate.
Jeffrey goes over, grabs the ball, dribbles it around. Cumberland at the top of the key in the circle for the jump ball. Just stand there holding it.
Going to use some more clock here.
Getting a little clapping going by the fans, and they've got an 11-point lead now. 4:50 to go in the game. Cam dribbling back on. Referee put the clock on, or count on.
Nice pass. There you go. You draw them out.
Yeah, if you widen them up, then that comes open. That's what they're doing, just being very patient.
Got a timeout.
Springfield calls a timeout. That's at least their third of the game.
54-41. Right here in the fourth, there's 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Wilmington playing them like a fiddle.
2 minutes ago, we got an update on the Lady Wildcats game. Springfield 31.
We got points in the paint. Wilmington 12, Springfield 18. Points off of turnovers. Wilmington 15, Springfield 11. Second chance points. Wilmington 10, Springfield 8. Fast break points. Wilmington 2, Springfield 6. Wilmington shooting 75% with their free throws. Springfield 55.6%. So once again, going down the line there,
that could make a big
there's going to be some fouling. I'm sure Springfield's going to have to foul if they're going to want to try to get back into this game. Wilmington with 3 fouls, Wilmington with 4 fouls, Springfield with 3.
Springfield throwing it in from right in front of the table. Player coming in the game, it looked like maybe he was substituted late, can't come in, so they're putting him back in the game. Once the horn goes off, the last horn, they can't sub, so I'm thinking that's probably what happened there. Ooh, almost threw it over his head. Bogart almost had a steal. Here comes Danny Davis driving the middle, goes up, falls down. They're going to call a charge, a foul.
That should be a charge.
They're calling a block.
He was totally off balance when he went into that. And there was a bunch of defenders there, so he just ran into him.
He just decided at half court, he decided he went 20 feet, 90 mile an hour.
back in the line.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. As always, brought to you by Bogart Southern Barbecue, 975 South Street in Wilmington, Ohio.
Danny Davis at the line, shooting the first of 2, and makes it. Oh, excuse me.
Guess it was 1.
I guess it was only 1. He must have made the back cut. I didn't see. Oh, he got fouled by Darius Taylor, yes.
It was body. It looked like he didn't have him by the arm or anything. It was just
he got his arms on. I mean, he just sort of covered him up as he went in there.
That was the hug. He gave him a sweet hug.
43-54. Wilmington still has a 11-point lead. Cumberland shooting 2 and misses off the front of the iron. Here he goes. Nobody coming in this time, leaving it up to Cumberland to make this shot. And he does.
Second one good.
Here comes Danny Davis, number 10, bringing the ball back down to the other team. Gives it over to McKay. Number 1 driving down. Puts it up underhand and makes the layup. Woolery throws it into Bogard. Bogard does a jig-jag, comes on down the floor.
Trying to trap him.
Trying to get trapped, but he throws it out to Woolery. Over to Cam. They're back out in the man-to-man now. They're going to put a little pressure on me.
Well, they're going to have to because obviously
10-point down with less than 4 minutes now to go in the game. And wide open, but Bogard can't quite grab the handle.
That was a great backdoor.
He was wide. Oh, yes, backdoored him and beautifully wide open. But ball slipped through his fingertips. But Wilmington keeps it. Dribbles foul. Calling the hand check. 21. It gets me, and I'm an official. I know this. But how you let the game go on, and I've seen a lot of pushing and checking.
All of a sudden,
there's the hand check that's in the rules.
Right.
But why you call?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You know, it would be one thing if you thought the game was starting to get out of.
Well, I mean, he's 10 feet from being over and back, driving straight across the top of the key, and you call that call. And it didn't slow him down. Is what I'm saying. Our guy got around him, was dribbling. I understand the reason for the call, but when a guy gets by, he's not slowed down.
Bogart directing traffic here.
You haven't called it all game. Cumberland has it. Thought he was going to shoot, passes it back out the top.
Wilmington killing time.
Cam Stewart bouncing it back and forth. I think they're back in a zone again. Because, he throws it away.
Unusual.
Cam trying to get over 22. Who's fairly tall. He's 6. Oh, that's a 6'6", and instead of throwing it under him for a bounce, throws it over him and throws it over Bogart's head out of bounds. 10-point lead. 3:05 left in the game. Wide open 3 off the rim. Jaron got the rebound and is bringing the ball up the court slowly.
Now Wilmington's in no hurry whatsoever.
Yeah. That's the key right now. The longer it takes you, if you can take a minute off this clock, and there's 2:45, that only gives them a minute 45 to come back 10 points. So that's the key here. If every time you got the ball down the floor, if you can take it, and then if you score off of that, take
that's
45 seconds and then score, then and right now they're getting desperate. They're chasing their guys around the floor.
Yeah, eventually they're going to have to foul.
They were in a zone. Now they're coming back out man to man. They were trying to stay up in the zone, but they can't. Their players are getting tired, and in a zone will let your team rest.
Right.
And they're back playing man to man, chasing our guys all around the floor.
We're looking for the back door right now.
And our guys are in no hurry to shoot the ball. They're just taking the back. Mansfield has it. Throws it into Cumberland, who's got an easy layup. Gets fouled.
And kills you.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely kills you.
He gets fouled. Instead of going on up, does a lip-de-loop all the way around. Continuation and brings it in with a little hook. Makes it so he gets 2 more points and shooting a free throw.
I would imagine Darius Harper will be playing Cumberland when Miami plays UC.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Got a matchup there.
Woolery back in the game. Miller getting a rest.
Harper's probably seen all of Cumberland, though. He wants to see.
13-point lead with exactly 2 minutes left on the clock in the game. Well, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. I mean, it seemed like we just got here.
Right, yeah.
Davis making a move, throws it 22, number 1 McKay, takes a jump shot inside the arc. Cumberland misses the air ball, and Cumberland comes down with the rebound underneath the basket and brings it up nice and slowly.
Wildcats cannot afford to take much time when they go down to shoot, so they've been rushing their shots.
13-point lead, minute 33 to go. Now they're going to push in the back, so now they're starting to foul to get Wilmington on the foul line. If Wilmington hits their foul shots, this could be history, but if Wilmington, if it works like you're supposed to, you know, when you foul, if he misses his free throws.
Well, up to this point, Wilmington's been shooting 75%, so I'd take those odds.
Yeah. I think that was like Kings. Somebody was up here.
Well, Kings is scouting Wilmington because Kings could conceivably play Wilmington in the
and he missed these
tournament bracket
for Springfield.
Yeah, in the third game of the tournament.
I'll see. That was Kings. I thought I saw it on their chest. Off the iron, and I can't see who got the rebound. Fans are walking by us, but Wilmington evidently did. Cumberland looks like got the rebound. Throws it all the way down to Woolery, but
off.
Big 6'9". Oh, Mansfield's laying out of bounds. The ball laid on him, and he thought he got fouled, but both boys were just going for a loose ball there.
Back to Springfield.
That was a good no call. Springfield has the ball. 1:11 on the clock. Trailing Wilmington by 13 points. Danny Davis tiredly looks like bringing the ball up the floor.
The conditioning of Wilmington compared to most every team.
Drives and puts no defense really on him at that point. Springfield calls, I think, their 4th of 5 timeouts. I think that they still have 1 left.
Springfield's going to have to start shooting some threes, and, unless they get streaky again, they haven't really done that well in the three-point department.
Wilmington didn't really play defense on that last drive, though, so let you get the back so we can get it and pass it around right there. He made a move out 10 feet on the outside the three-point line and drove wide open for an easy layup, and he looks tired, so.
Right.
And I'm sure that timeout was as much to get them some rest on these legs as it is to give them any special wording at this point in time.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing. If you can go through the first half without calling any timeouts, what Springfield did, they called like 3 in the first half. If you can go through the first half without calling any timeouts, then you get down to this part of the game. Even if your players, if it's a close game and your players look a little tired,
give them a little.
You've got 5 timeouts to call and give them some rest. That's a minute. So if you let them play for a minute, call another timeout, you can get them off the floor. Don't worry about anything else but giving them keeping fresh legs. Yeah, Wilmington's went with only 7 players playing in this game today. Which I think hurts them if you want to go for a state run. That hurts you because you're going to get in teams that's got the good players like Wilmington 7 or 8, 9 deep and to go to the state. So Wilmington a lot of times get through the sections. But I think it's hard. They trapped Bogart who loses it, balls on the floor.
Oh, they didn't get a timeout.
You can't call a timeout when both teams have the ball.
That's a foul. That's technical.
Players are pushing each other. Referees, to give the timeout to Springfield, both boys have the ball tied up. Even though the guy standing yells timeout, the referee pointed to him. They can't get the timeout when both teams have the ball.
Right, there's no possession.
But the referee gave them the ball. Gave them the timeout. That's one thing being an official. I know the rules, and that's what irritates me more than anything watching a ball game. Is referees knowing the rules and going, but when I get varsity officials that are doing this game, and you're giving a quick timeout when 2 boys are flying up underneath.
At this time of the season, you figure you'd have that all figured out after all these games.
After these referees are not new officials. These are good officials. You can't give that timeout to that team at that point. That's a jump ball.
Well, let's hope that we don't see any more of the chippiness that we saw right there.
Now, because when I've got a jump ball situation, I got guards down. The thing that I'm focusing on is one player got it. Sometimes he'll be able to ball, and the other guy's trying to go get it. And then if a coach or somebody yells timeout before they grab it, that's what I grant it. But once both boys are tugging, you can't give a timeout to either player. They're probably thinking, oh, Springfield's down, we'll give them this. You shouldn't do that. Not at this level. Oh, a little push off by one, but they're not going to call. They've done that all night long. I do not like that from a guard, going down and pushing off. Another 25-foot three-pointer by Danny Davis, but misses. Wilmington has it. Cam Stewart's got the ball, throwing up to Woolery, hands to Cumberland, and they're fouling him. And I think that's what they're trying to do. Wilmington's trying to keep the ball in the free throw shooters who have a high percentage free throw shooting.
Oh, absolutely.
Because a while ago when they fouled it, we had Mansfield in, and they fouled Mansfield, who missed the 1-1. And Wilmington was trying to make sure if you're going to foul one of our good fouls.
29.8 seconds. First one good.
First one good, which puts Wilmington up by 12. So I think this
game is over.
Right. Back when I play, that's when the kids would be la na na na, sha na na na, hey hey hey.
They don't want kids in Wisconsin even saying air ball anymore.
Oh, I heard that the other day.
That's crazy.
That is stupid. Good, no call there. Back underneath to Taylor.
No good.
Darius, he misses. 6'6". Cam has it dribbling around. Referees are not going to foul. They're not going to foul on purpose now. Too much time. Then the referee's going to.
That's it.
And the game is over. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Springfield's already left the floor. 2, 1. Waiting for the horn. With 10 seconds to go, Springfield left the court. Already went and got in line to shake hands.
Well, we'll just wait for our final quarter stats. 60-47, the Hurricane go to 21-1.
The freshman, the reserve game. I can't believe how tall. Can't think of his first name. Oh, where's my thing? The players.
In the back.
There it is. Wilmington.
Well, once again, we want to thank Bogart Southern Barbecue for the sponsorship of Hurricane Sports and the game tonight. And
I've even seen
been a good game. You like that game, Roger? Good nightcap. We were 0-2. We're now at least 1-2 in the 3 games that we did today.
Please get your tickets here at the school.
I see our AD Troy Deals making his way over.
There's Troy.
Yeah.
Going up to the cheering section, it looks like.
I thought he was bringing me some money or something.
I thought he was going to come over and congratulate us on a great bowling season, you know.
Thank you. And here's our final. Okay, final score. 60-47. High score, total points, Cumberland with 37. That's about as average anymore.
I think,
right.
Yeah.
For Springfield, the Michael McKay was their high score.
They had 3 boys in double figures. We had 1.
Danny Davis, good player too, with 17. He was their high scorer. And then Darius Harper had 12.
The name Davis, I can understand that.
Right. Well, I guess so. Cameron Stewart ended up with 6 points. Alex Miller with 4. Dylan Bogard with 3. He hit that 3-pointer, if you remember.
Yep.
And then Chris Woolery with 6. And Jeffrey Mansfield with 4 points. Wilmington shot 36.4%, and Springfield came back. They ended up shooting 35%. Wilmington shot 33.3% with their field goals, or their 3-point shots.
And they stayed at 16. They still got them at 1 for 6.
I think that I don't know where that is. But free throws, Wilmington once again 75%, and Springfield 55.6%. But those don't even look like they've changed.
I don't think any of them changed because it stayed at 75%.
Oh, here it is, second half.
Oh, okay, we got second half.
All right, so field goal percentage 66.7 in the second half, 37.5 for Springfield.
That's a big difference.
3-point, 71% for Wilmington, 33% for, then there it is, 3 for 9. And then free throws, Wilmington shooting 77.8%, and Springfield 75%.
Their free throw percentage did go up.
Right.
But,
So they did improve.
Wilmington's by a big shot.
Right. Well, I mean, this was a great basketball game, and it was a nice cap to the season that the Hurricane put forth. Their only loss of the season to Cincinnati Moeller. They are going to be entering the tournament. This next Saturday, we have the Wilmington Hurricane against the Harrison Wildcats, and that'll be from Fairfield High School. We'll have all the action. We'll follow the Hurricane right up to the state championship. So, Joe, you have any other reflections on the game tonight?
No, I thought it was a good played game. I thought it was basically good refereed game, which is another thing I look at when I look at the game.
Right, you look from the technical aspect.
I look from all aspects. I think it was good. They let him play, didn't overcall the game, and called what was necessary most times. I thought it was very good. I thought Wilmington played a very good game. One thing I was impressed with Wilmington, not seeing them play all year because of my refereeing and then coaching bowling, don't get to see a lot of games. I've saw them a couple times. Is the fact they didn't come down and just start pumping up outside shots. They took their time, worked the ball around. They worked in for a good shot and used the whole team and the whole floor. And in the past I've seen they come down be hungry for shooting outside shots at times.
Right.
They were very patient team, which I think that helps them going into a lot of games, I think.
And I think that obviously going into the tournament season, you want to see that kind of play from your team.
Yes.
Because there are those games like this game where it called for patience rather than just stealing the ball, running down and dunking the basket.
Yeah, because if Wilmington would have went down the floor, fast, jumped up here, 2 passes, took a quick jump shot. If they'd have been missing those shots, Springfield, as good a team as they are with the big boy underneath and the outside shooting that came through in the second half, that could have been a different game. It could have been closer and could have forced some Wilmington in some decisions. With the way it was, Wilmington didn't really get into any foul trouble, didn't have to make any decisions there, and by taking big patience, keeping the lead throughout the game, that 5 to 7 point lead throughout the game, and then stretching it out when Springfield got tired. You could tell that's, I think, the big difference in the game at the end. When Springfield got tired, they just couldn't come back. And I tell you what, when you're behind, and from a ball player, I know this, when you're behind and you're 12 points down, and all of a sudden you come up within 7, 5, 3, and you're winded. But when you're making that effort to come up, you don't feel the tiredness.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden, that team goes back down to 9-point lead. And all of a sudden,
the balloon loses its air.
You feel like someone's pulling you down to the ground, and with an extra weight, and it really affects you. And I think that's what happened to Springfield tonight.
Well, for Joe Davis and for Roger the Dodger, this is Rick Phillips. We want to thank everybody for listening, and we'll send it away from Springfield, Ohio. This has been Hurricane Boys Basketball. Go Cane.